In the last one of these, I talked about how I came up with the name for the church that I'm working on planting here, the Potter's Church. And so I figured this episode, it's probably a good idea to explain why I'm looking to plant a church. Part of that has to do just with my own experience. And so I've grown up in Westmoreland County. I know this region. I'm familiar with the culture here, and so I know I'm going to be able to connect with people. But on top of that, just looking around and seeing the fact that churches are shrinking. And so then that's just anecdotal. That's me looking at what's going on. But there's actual statistics to back that up, too. They do a religious census about the same time that they do the national census, about every 10 years. And they have results that show by county how many people are affiliated with a church. And in Westmoreland County, I don't have the numbers offhand. Like I said, I'm doing these just kind of quickly and without a lot of backup research. But I think the county has something like 400,000 residents, and a little less than half of that say that they don't have a religious affiliation. And so that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't consider themselves religious, and it doesn't mean that they don't believe in God, but it means that they're not going to any type of church on a regular basis. And so it's somewhere in the neighborhood, like I said, 150, 200,000 people just in this county. And then you add on top of that a lot of the fall off is from the Catholic Church and from the mainline denominations, and so that's the PCUSA and the Episcopal Church and the Lutheran churches, that they're all shrinking by a pretty good margin just by people that are not showing up anymore. Now, I'm an evangelical Christian, evangelical Protestant, and our churches are growing in this area, but if I remember the number correctly, and when I put this video up, I'll probably put the link to the census in the description. But I think it was something like 20 or 30,000 people in the county are evangelical Christians who are attending on a regular basis. That's a pretty small number. And so this is not the only church that's going to be getting going here. I know of at least two others that are relatively recent plants. So one that just got started a few months ago, another that's a year or two old, I believe. But the point is that there's room for all of us, and there's room for plenty more. There are a lot of people who need to hear and understand the gospel, because there's a lot of people who are confused and who still think that it's what they do, that they can be a good person and that will get them into heaven. And we need to show them that that's not the way it works, that there's none of us who are righteous in the way that God is righteous and in the way that he demands in order for us to be in his presence. And so we have to come to him through his Son and through the sacrifice that Jesus made. That's the only way. So churches that teach that are a necessity here, and I want to put another one here. That's what I'm going to be working on. So thanks for checking out this video. I hope that this is just another step in the process of showing why this is so important to do, what the nature of it is going to be. And if you're interested in that, I hope that you will subscribe here just to follow along with this series. And if you have any more that you would like to do, maybe getting involved somehow, feel free to reach out to me. Or if you have any suggestions or questions, you can put those in the comments, or my email address is also in the description if you want to reach out privately. So again, thanks for checking out the video, and until next time, keep looking up.